Going live, Jonathan.
Are y'all warmed up?
Oh, wait,
I'm
no.
hot as
Sex with
hell.
me is like taxes. Everything I need is in a shoebox under the bed.
All right, now you got to save it. That's the closing game.
Sorry.
Is that what you keep
Spoilers.
doing?
Well, it said 0 viewers, so maybe
They'll
it'll-
watch eventually.
Maybe not.
Either that or no one's coming to the show today.
That's fine. I do this for me.
Mm.
She
And
likes me for me, not because I hang with Leonardo or that guy who was in Fargo. I think his name was Steve.
what is this?
It's a song from the 90s.
I was born.
I wasn't alive then.
That's my joke.
What did you say? Did you say the same thing?
I was like, no, that's too classic me. I can't pull it out, and you whipped it out. But also,
Leave it to Jonathan.
To whip it out.
but also it's less funny because it's not soon enough to be funny. Like, I like saying that when people are like, yeah, that was back in 2011. And I'm like, I wasn't even born yet.
So
Classic.
this just perpetuates the fact. So Alexis and I think, and this may be a discussion you two have had as well, Haley, but Alexis and I think that for those of us who have worked at the place that we all worked that one time,
Mm-hmm.
Dollywood, that there are only like 8 jokes in perpetuity, and you're only good because you learn when best to implement them.
Interesting. I'm going to think more about this and I'll get back to you.
Thank you.
No, one of my favorite things watching newer actors at that place we work is when they discover a joke that they think has never been done before.
Bruh.
I think that's true, just even a larger context. There are only so many jokes or jokes that will fall into specific categories. Like, there's no new joke. I mean, I'm sure I could make one, but...
You had a hard time coming up with a name.
Tell that to Gaelic.
Run Bears.
That's not what we're talking about anymore.
Oh, so sorry. I was not
moved on.
Listening.
Sorry.
Listening.
What?
Question for the group.
Bonding.
I've already
Dinner.
discussed this. I've already discussed this with Jeff. So Haley, Josh, I pose it to you in this little interim while we're waiting on viewers. So a friend of mine got an offer to do the full Monty in Sonoma, California. So they're going to pay him $800, and we were talking about the fact that like that's how much it would take, and he was like, "I'll be naked on stage for $800." So the question I pose to you both: how much would someone have to pay you to appear naked on the stage?
It depends on what
$0. I did that my freshman year of college.
What?
I was in the Vibrator play, or in the next.
Okay,
year,
I knew you were in that.
Sarah
You had to
Rule.
be naked in that show.
Okay, I guess it wasn't fully naked. It was just topless.
You had your tits out.
I did. The president of the school was there. So was my mom.
So then, in essence, you paid your school to
I
be
believe-
able to be naked on stage.
I'm in debt for being naked on a stage.
Honestly, if I was ever naked, I feel like that would be the outcome as well.
People would be like, I demand money.
I want my money back.
So yeah, there's my answer. It changed now. Like, my prices have gone up.
$2.
But yes, it's gonna take a couple bucks and maybe some now.
Slip me a
Josh,
crisp
how about you?
5 and we'll talk.
well, just basically to start, my day rate is higher than other actors' day rates. So my day rate is already at, let's talk like pay transparency, like between $500 and $1,000 for a day of work. Right?
I just
So
want
I'm
to know
gonna
not
be-
about the work, just the naked. Like, do
what
we have to
additional money
perform, or
for
are we just
that?
standing naked on a
If
stage?
it's for like a network television show, that
Let's put it in the context of a show. Like, in the context of a show, say you're hired for a TV show, and they're like, there's an episode where potentially we would want you to be naked. What would it cost? What would they have to pay you to be like, cool?
Like if we'll pretend the unions don't exist and there aren't negotiated contracts that exist for nudity, you would have to pay me an additional $500 for the day on top of what I was already making. But there already are like bumps for nudity.
Right.
So.
Yeah, there's
Absolutely.
a bump right here.
But yeah, I auditioned for the full Monty many times when I was like in my non-union days, and I totally wanted to do it. And they're like $300 a week. I'm like, sure.
Absolutely.
Like, sure.
But I feel like
So
the
I
full
have
Monty
no
is different.
nothing against nudity. Yeah.
But here's like the full Monty, and this is also something Jeff and I were talking about. The full Monty is different than Equus because like the full Monty is like if it's done right, it's backlit and like everything is not out. But then you have like Equus or like Hair where it is like
It's all about the dangle.
But,
Yeah.
but Ethan in the full Monty, totally, that's the role that I'd want to play. He takes like during his audition, he takes his pants off.
Mm-hmm.
really.
Yeah, that's the joke. It's like you can't sing, you can dance. What can you do? And he pulls it down, and it's the horse penis.
So okay, so that's the role you would.
Yeah. So ask our friend who's in the full Monty which role.
Yeah.
Because
Okay, so he told me it's shit. I can't remember. He understudies the main guy,
That's Jerry. Yeah, that's the main.
and then he was.
I've never
someone
seen
else.
this play.
I haven't either. I just know like peripherally about it.
It's a funny show.
yeah, I saw it. The Ephrata Performing Arts Center did it, and one of my friends was in it. I went to see it with my best friend, and Jonathan's absolutely right. It ends with them all going the full Monty, and then it's backlit, so it's all in silhouette, so you don't actually see anything, which
Tease.
works in a proscenium. But the Ephrata Performing Arts Center is a thrust, and we were sitting on the side of the thrust, so it just lit.
You just saw a lot of things.
That's great. That's good.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, it's a
But here's the
fun
thing.
show.
I feel like camera nudity is so different than like stage nudity. I feel like there's something so intimate about theatrical nudity, especially in a situation like Hair, where it's like people in the front row, especially if you're in a proscenium, people in the front row, they're like right there.
Mhm.
On
Yeah.
camera, it's like there's shadow and it's a little bit less like.
And there's also
invasive.
fewer people actually in the room. You're not thinking about
Yeah.
your mom.
on
And you
camera,
can choose a
gotta-
good
you gotta
take
have
on
it.
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, it
What'd
looks
you say,
impressive.
Carney,
in
a
this
college
shot.
setting?
I recently did accidental nudity for a movie or something.
That's true. You did.
I was like doing this emotional scene, and I was in my boxers, and I had made a joke like I shouldn't open my legs too much because you might see my dick. And I did this emotional scene, and I'm crying, and the director yells "cut," and the director comes to me and goes, "Josh, that work was so great. We could see your balls." And then they had to send me an email like the next week. It's like, "Hey, Josh, if we crop, can we still use that coverage because your acting was so good?" And I was like, "Yeah, go for it."
No, baby. No, baby. Balls and all. Let them know what you bring to the table.
We just don't want your scrote to distract from your performance.
Like, I'm crying about
How
someone
else are you gonna
dying
get into the
with-
full Monty, Josh? They gotta see what you bring to the table. Like that's a scrotum that belongs in the full Monty. I love the fact that the director had to come to you and be like, "Your acting is great.
So good. So good.
We could see your balls." Like just
Everybody. We're all
Because I
trying
had
not
like
to look.
made the joke to like I had made the joke to like the second AD or the camera guy. I was like, "I make sure I don't do this," and then it actually happened, and I was just like, "That's hysterical." I just thought that was really funny that it actually happened.
the
But
question is,
Yeah.
and forgive me if this is intrusive.
It's okay, I'm sure.
Are we talking like like they could like see up the like leg and it was like a little sack? Are we talking like balls hanging out? Like they slipped
I think
out.
it was full. Like these boxes that they gave me were massive, so I think my entire like it was probably like on one side, like
Just
like, it was,
balls.
like,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what.
Yeah. But like I just find it so funny that they still need to use the cover. It was still the best acting I did that entire day.
I
So
can
they
be
were like,
very honest with you right now that it does. I am unsettled by the fact that people that know you less time than I have seen your testicles.
Are you feeling a little hurt?
But they were paying him $1,000 a day.
Damn, it all
Not
comes
that
back
baby.
to money.
on the lower
not-
end.
Oh.
I'm not upset.
Haley.
I want to play a game.
Oh. Would you like to play a game?
Yes.
The IT crowd.
Good Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Improv Technology. This is a show where we are going to do some improv for you. My name is Jeff Wolfthal. I am your host, and tonight I am joined by three of the most fabulous improvisers on the face of the internet.
Me.
Yep. Let me introduce them to you all. Okay, I got to cue this up right.
I was hopping in and it was helping out.
No, I appreciate it, Haley. And to start off, super helpful, it's Haley Carlson.
Hey, I'm Haley Carlson, and my middle name is Helpful. My second middle name is Ham. Haley Helpful Ham Carlson.
Thank you, Haley.
Say my full name.
Haley Helpful Ham Carlson. Haley Helpful Ham Carlson. Her name is her name. Next up, introducing St. Patrick may have driven all of the snakes out of Ireland, but he could charm them all. It's Jonathan Handley.
Hi guys, my name is Jonathan. My middle name is Terrible. My second middle name is Turkey. Yeah, so it's Jonathan Terrible Turkey Handley. That's
Jonathan Terrible
Terrible
Turkey Handley.
His name is his name too.
And then finally, kiss him. He's Jewish. Josh Kahn.
My name, Squab. Oh no, I'm just trying to throw a different.
Hey, Squab.
Squab.
hey Squab.
Squab. His
His name is
his
Squab
name.
name too.
Thank you, Squab.
This
Tonight
is
we're going to do some improv for you all. What that means is that they're about to make a whole bunch of shit up, pulling it off the top of their heads and out of the bowels of their bowels. You guys ready to get started?
So
Hell yeah.
So yes.
Good, because we're going to do it anyway. We're going to start off with the game of objection, because what better way to start off a St. Patrick's Day themed show than by arguing with each other?
Aww.
Aw.
All right. So, to get you all started, the topic for this round of objection is baby talking to pets. Oh, Haley has opinions about
This
this.
is going to be a heated debate. Go ahead.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to let Haley start. I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock. Whoever has control after 2 minutes is the winner of the game. And anytime someone can object to something that anybody said, they'll state their objection. I will decide whether that objection is sustained, which means that person now has the floor, or if the objection is overruled, which means the person that was talking gets to keep talking. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right. 2 minutes are on the clock. Haley has the floor. And wait, let me do this all proper like. Begin.
I am pro baby talking to
Objection.
animals.
Yes, Jonathan.
She's actually Haley.
Overruled.
What? Oh.
No, I'd like to honor that. My stance is pro baby talking to animals, and I am Haley Helpful Ham Carlson. I think that there's literally nothing wrong with it. Life is so short. We are spinning around on this rock, and people are worried about like the ick, or like they're worried about being cringy. No, speak your truth. Talk to your dog like they're a little baby, because they are a tiny little furry baby and they have to fucking know it. I'm sorry.
Objection.
Yes, Jonathan.
Not all dogs are tiny.
Whoa.
Oh, sustained. Jonathan has the
Well, I
floor.
would like to bring to the floor like a German Shepherd, a Golden Retriever.
Objection.
Yes, Haley.
I don't see any dogs on his floor.
That's
Objection. My camera is not pointed to the floor. I actually have all of the dogs here in a line, but because of the camera angle, you cannot see them.
Objection. The camera's pointed to the ceiling, which is why.
sustained. Josh Kahn has the floor.
Yeah, Jonathan. No matter what we tell him to do, he will not properly frame his shot for the improv show that he cares about. Right? Whether it's like backlighting a college bed, an upward.
Objection.
Yes, Haley.
I haven't seen that bed has any degrees.
That is safe. Floor.
In this day and age, college is just sort of the assumption, but I don't think that should be the case. We don't know if that bed has any degrees, and we shouldn't assume that it does. Trade school or going directly into the workforce is a perfectly acceptable thing to do, and we shouldn't just assume that college is the next step for everyone. That bed could be a welder.
Objection.
Yes, Josh.
If that bed was a welder, I think it would be made better and be made of not wood.
Sustained.
Wow.
Josh has
If
the
that
floor.
bed was a welder, you'd probably see it on Netflix's reality show about welding, which the name escaped me when I started speaking. That bed was a welder, the bed would look better. and
Objection.
Haley.
The name is Forged in Fire, and it's not about welding. That's about blacksmithing.
Objection.
Jonathan.
Looks are subjective. So Josh may think it could look better,
Mm.
but
As
some
a
people may
decided-
think it looks.
You have not been yielded. The floor has not been
No,
yielded to you
he's
yet.
making his point.
But
Okay.
I will sustain this objection.
Thank you. So
Welcome.
often
Thank you.
in society, we are held by what is considered conventionally attractive, by what is held to the standard of beauty.
And that's the game.
What a good way to end.
Jonathan
We are
on his
healed.
epic speech.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
That
I
was.
cried. I didn't actually. You could see me, so you know that was a lie.
Yeah. Dan Gualtieri, any
Ooh,
competition show about welding should be called Weld Done.
yes.
You should not have put that on the internet because someone is gonna steal that.
Okay, so I think it should also be. They should also do hamburgers. It's a hamburger welding show. A classic genre.
Are they welding hamburgers or eating hamburgers while welding?
What if an episode of the welding show where they are making like a flat top grill for a burger joint, they call that particular episode Weld Done?
There we go. And then the larger show will be called.
Bob's Burgers. I feel like it's like one of the. If you've seen Bob's Burgers, I feel like that's like one of their neighbor. Their
Oh,
neighbor-
yeah.
You know they wouldn't do that. It's a burger.
One
place,
of the
but I feel
pun
like-
names.
Yeah, one of the. That's what it feels like to me.
Hmm.
I don't know any other welding words. What's
you
the
like-
mask thing they wear?
Welding mask.
Wow, that's a bevy of options there.
But that's even we're naming a bevy, a beverage store. We could call it Bevy.
Hmm.
On Weldon Pond, says Matthew Terrio, but then immediately
Followed
he says,
immediately by nah.
nah, we're like, nah.
That's for the transcendentalist welders.
Uh-huh.
A Catholic church dedicated to welders. It's not welder mask, it's welder mass.
Wow, we're getting niche here.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Also,
the
oddly
welding
enough,
tool
used
called?
to describe the weight of the welder.
Is a oh wow,
Welder
this is really
mask.
covering a lot of territory.
Also, an odd type of cancer that only welders get.
A welder mask. Well, what are we? 18 minutes in, and we had a cancer joke. So that's pretty solid for improv technology.
15 was our record, I think.
You're probably right.
I went to the doctor last week, and they said if I don't fix my acid reflux, that I could get cancer.
Listen,
We'll tell the whole story.
Oh, I have acid reflux.
No,
Mazel.
when you went to the emergency room.
Oh, I went to the emergency room because I thought I was having a heart attack, but it was for acid reflux.
Are you 40?
No, I'm not. You mean person. However, I was having a sharp pain in my chest, and once you pass 30 and you have those, and it's like I've had acid reflux for years, but it wasn't like it was like a stabbing
Right.
pain. I thought I'd go to the hospital. And I thought my doctor was going to laugh at me, and he did not. He was like, "You have acid reflux. You should get medicine for that." So
I also have, it's not like terrible, but I get it every now and then. And I'm so scared of it because this woman that I know, I'm probably going to say this wrong, but she had something that caused like the acid in her stomach eventually wore out some of the lining in her esophagus.
Mm.
that's what
And
it
she
is, yeah.
like randomly one day just like started like, sorry for the audience at home, like regurgitating blood and could not sleep
Ah!
and like died. And it's because like it like wore through her esophagus, and I am terrified.
Well, don't worry. Now Josh is too.
That's what they told me could happen. Here we are.
Well, I'm glad I could confirm those suspicions.
I'm so thrilled that I ordered Indian food that's on the way already. This is gonna be good.
What'd you order?
Haley chose all the stuff. I think it was like we did like a chili chicken, and then we did like a butter chicken or a lamb korma and a cauliflower.
Don't talk about it. You're getting me hungry.
All right.
You're getting me hungry, boy.
Sorry.
Flying your
Wait.
college bed and you're getting me hungry.
We discovered a really good Indian place out in Harrisburg recently that thankfully Jules has been auditioning for a lot of theater out in Harrisburg. So every time she goes to an audition or a callback, she comes home with Nalan, and it's been great. It's so nice having a wife who is a successful actor. Speaking of successful actors, you can help us be successful actors when you Venmo us at the IT Crowd. Thanks to your donations in the year 2020, we made more money by acting than any Broadway actor did. So help keep that tradition alive.
Yeah, take that, Patty LaPone.
Exactly.
Yeah, screw you,
I'm
Patty.
sorry, I didn't mean it. She's gonna find me and shoot me.
No, she's like, oh, me personally? Wait, no,
She
what does she
left,
sound
she
like?
left equity. I thought it was the best thing that's ever
Patty
happened.
LaPone. Is that Patty?
I mean, yeah.
Here's the thing.
Mhm.
Patty LaPone, I'm not gonna say she's perfect. She has her problems, but damn, is she not iconic? Like,
I'm not gonna say she's perfect.
but her ability to just like give the middle finger to anyone and everyone, I'm like, yes, Patty.
It's beautiful.
That's what
Oh,
being
wait,
a
the people
diva is all
wanna know
about.
what the restaurant is, Jeff.
Oh, it's called Nalan. Nalan. They have-
Nalan.
Nalan. I'll put it in the comments. Oh, it's on YouTube.
Here's the thing. We started out
There we go.
France. It was cool, but it was all pretty young.
All right, you guys want to do the next game?
I'd love to, Jeff.
All right, this next game is the Vantage Point. This is a game where you all asked advice-style questions in the suggestion post for the week, and they're going to be playing characters who will answer your questions. They're kind of like the expert panel on The View, but it's not The View, it's the Vantage Point. So, let's see what these characters are going to be.
I'm Megan
Uh,
McCain. Don't make
What?
me. Has she been on The
Oh,
View?
Megan McCain on The View.
All
right.
right.
It was just a guess.
I'm Joy
So-
Behar.
Haley,
Good one. Yes?
you, your suggestion comes from Dan Gualtieri. Thank you, Dan.
Think you're done.
You will be Christian Bale, method acting Batman.
Great.
All right. Jonathan,
Oh,
your
God.
suggestion comes from Josh Kahn.
I did the suggestion post before I knew I was playing today.
He did. Josh was a last minute addition to today. I'm so glad that he is here. You will be Rich the Enchantress. Because I think Josh meant to write Rick the Enchantress, but he wrote Rich the Enchantress. So we're adding to the Enchantress universe.
I
You
love
are a
that.
new member of the Enchantress cinematic
Oh,
universe. You are Rich
okay.
the Enchantress.
That's so good, Jeff. That's so good. Rich.
And then Josh, and remember, this suggestion was originally chosen for Katie Noble. You are a vampire lawyer.
Of course, I'm a lawyer, Jeff.
I told you. I told you. So in a moment, they're all going to come back in, and they're going to host this advice show. I will ask them the questions that you all asked in the suggestion post. So thank you to everyone that asked questions and filled out suggestions in the suggestion post. We put that up every week. It helps influence the things that we do. Next week is our birthday show. So the suggestion post is going to be a little different because it has to help facilitate the new format that we're trying just for the birthday show, which will be a pageant. So get ready. Now I'm going to bring them all in, and we will get this show started. Welcome, everybody, to The Vantage Point. Today, we have 3 fabulous guests that will be answering questions for you. So we will start with our first question. And that question comes from Tori Marie Fraley Hogg. We have a holiday coming up. Tori Marie wants to know, what is the best way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? We will start with our illustrious, dark and brooding guest over here.
I'm Batman. What was the question again?
What is the best way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, Batman?
On the day of St. Patrick's Day. Sorry, I lost you. I had to echolocate. I found you again. On the day of St. Patrick's Day, the best way to celebrate is by eating a lot of little bugs.
All
End
right.
of question and answer.
Thank you, Batman. Thank you. Let's see. Yes. Next.
Yeah. Sorry, it's me, Rich, of the Enchantresses from Enchantress. My cousin Rick was gonna be here tonight, but he's at an Irish wake. Oddly enough, celebrating the Patrick's Day, saint, if you will. And so how we like to celebrate St. Patty's Day in the Enchantress family forest is with a bit of corned beef, a little hash, both edible and burnable, and with a bit of Kahlua. We dance around wearing green. There's shamrocks. We throw what's that leprechaun cereal, Lucky Charms, at each other. And then at midnight, we all get together and we sing Wild Rover. But in the traditional Irish and all 7 verses.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
glad to have you here, Rich.
It's an
And
honor.
our next expert.
Yeah. Depose him. Yeah. Of course we depose him. Yeah. Get ahead. Take it to. We're aces here. We'll get those shit. Oh, yeah, I'm on that program. Oh, blood, yeah. What can I do for you?
Yes, our viewer, Tori, would like to know, what is the best way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
You should, in my opinion, you should contact the Anti-Defamation League on something that's probably baseless, and go ahead and do a lawsuit against maybe a theme park.
And that is in the spirit of St. Patrick.
Yeah, because St. Patrick was big on lawsuits. If you
The
look at
patrons ain't a lawsuit.
if you look at the
Amen.
What?
Is that
Amen.
Christian Bale? Is that the Christian Bale?
No, I'm a bat. I'm a bat. I'm a full bat.
You look
I
like a
can't-
man.
No, only bat. Is that my name?
No, it says the pose.
My name's Bat.
You know, it now does seem like a good time for introductions. Well, why don't we get to
I'm a
know our
bat!
panelists a little? Sure, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Bat.
I emerged mammalian from my mother, also a bat. And I came out. What do you mean Haley is confusing, Dan? I don't know who that is because I'm a full bat. I'm not an actor or a superhero. I'm a full bat and I've immersed myself in that reality. What's confusing about that?
I'm proud you came out as mammalian. There's really not a lot of representation for them around these days.
Exactly. Thank you, Rich.
Rich.
Is it Richard?
It's Dick, but they call me Rich. An enchantress. Not like, woman enchanter. It's just like a last name.
I thought it was a class. Like a magical
Also
class?
that.
No, what would I know? I am simply a bat. Oh no! He's feasting on flesh. She's surprisingly okay with that.
Speaking of man bats, why don't we meet our panelist in the upper corner?
Yeah, remind me to call Stewart on Monday and get in some information about the. Oh shit, not again. I am Sal Rosenthal Killa.
Killer?
Killa, C-U-L-A.
Rosenthal-Kula?
Kula.
Oh, I get it.
Like Dracula. It was Dracula. The last Kula's the last.
I wouldn't have heard of it because I'm a bat.
It's so fun that you spoke and no one interrupted you. It's so cool. So my grandfather was Dracula, and now I'm Stan Kula, and I'm a lawyer. And
So his first name was Dra?
yeah, Dracula, Stan
Grandpa
Kula,
Dra.
but like I think I said Gottlieb is my mom's name.
Her first name?
No, maiden,
Gottlieb Kula.
Yeah, Stan Gottlieb Kula.
So you're the grandson of Dracula.
Yeah.
So you're a nepo baby, is what you're telling us.
Whoa!
Aren't we all?
Not me, because I'm born in the forest and I'll die in the forest. I don't even know what a
Okay.
movie is.
We got your bio already, but it's cool to get more details. Yeah.
I think Dick's asleep.
Yeah, Mr. The Enchantress, Rich, if we're feeling frisky, Rich. Oh my God, I think Rich is dead.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Ah! Rich, are you there? Are you narcoleptic?
Who's talking
Where
to
is he
me?
looking?
Who's talking to me?
It's us. It's us in the screen that's to your right.
Down here. It's Mr.
Echolocate my location.
Oh, I forgot I was still talking to my cousin Rick's friends.
Yeah, so Rich, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself while we have a little bit of time?
You one of them scammers? What you want to know? Like my mom's last name in the street I grew up on?
Yes.
And the name of your first pet, if you're feeling like it.
My name's Rich. The Enchantress. Cousin to Rick. The Enchantress. And we're all part of the family. Enchantress. And both last name and class. Now, we grew up on the south side of town near a bakery next to a pawn shop.
A porn shop or a pawn shop?
Well, the pawn shop was downstairs, the pawn shop was upstairs. And across the street was a Baptist church. We lived on the south side. And I grew up, me and Rick were real close. Like physically real close.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, it's a tiny house. There's a bunch of cousins. We just kind of shoved into a closet.
So was it kind of like a Charlie Bucket, feet to head with grandma and grandpa kind of situation?
Listen, it's a hold a hole, pole to pole, never hold a pole type situation.
Very illustrative. Thank you, Rich. Let's move on to some more questions.
And I went to public school.
I could smell that on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
K through 12.
Ugh.
I don't know why you
When
have
I
to
get
specify
there-
K through 12. People usually only specify if they end
When I
early.
get there, they'd say, I bet you're Rick's cousin. You're Rick's cousin, aren't you? And I'd say, yep.
Oh, so you're younger.
Is that what you got from the story?
It's also what I got from the story.
Okay, good. As long as we're on the same page.
Great. This next question
There's more
comes to us.
questions. Good.
Oh God.
This
That
next question
really
comes
looks
from
like
Dan
Christian
Gualtieri.
Bale.
No, I'm a bat. You've never heard of me. This is
Christian.
real.
Christian, we went to the same boarding school together.
No,
Christian.
I'm.
Stan Gottlieb Kula.
I've never heard of you. I was born in the forest and I'll die in the forest. I'll never be filmed, and I don't
No,
have
you weren't.
abs.
No, you were born in Montauk.
That's
Remember?
not. That's not true.
Y'all
All
mind
right.
if I take a Coke break?
Go get some Coke.
Your cup
The
is
next
full of
question.
Coke.
This next question comes to us from Dan Gualtieri. Dan wants to know, he says, I can't stand my job, but I also can't leave until I find another one. What should I do at my current job until a new one comes along? Discuss amongst yourselves.
Chaos. Shit on the copier.
Suck the
Piss.
blood. Suck the blood of the coworkers, or sue them all.
I've never
You're
had a
welcome.
job, nor have I made money. I don't work and I have no marketable skills.
Christian, you made
No.
5 million. Okay.
I barter in rocks and stones, as all bats do, and I swoop across the sky at dusk.
Christian.
My name's Flap.
Flap Jackson?
Yes!
I don't know you.
I thought I had an out there. I can assure you, you've never heard of me.
Mr. Guitario. This is when having a twin comes in real handy. This is what I heard. Not that I know.
Are you and
I don't got a
Rick
twin.
twins and cousins?
Cousin twins, your blood.
We're from
Cousins?
Alabama.
So you're from the south side of Alabama.
So
It's
Florida.
the south side of the United States.
That's what he meant.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He works from home. Oh. Shit in the coffee pot. That's just that's not advice. That's just, you're not living life till you've done that.
Wow. You've really got me thinking.
Listen, I'm telling you, if people can pay big bucks to have some coffee beans that monkeys have shit out, what kind of untapped income are we sitting on? Literally.
Rich
You'll never
brings
know
up a good
until you brew
point.
until you brew a shit
Wow.
cup.
You're expanding my thinking.
Rich
You're
did
unhinged.
ask a valid question. Unfortunately, we're not here to answer Rich's questions. We're here to answer the viewers' questions.
Don't make me answer another.
Yeah, Christian. Christian, I don't want to do this anymore.
I told you what my name was, and it's Flap.
All right, Christian.
That's what
Flap
my
Jackson.
bat mother named me when I came out of her bat hole.
Explain to me Bat Hole.
We're not
Her
here to answer
vagina,
We're
Jeffrey.
here to answer the audience's questions.
No, Jeffrey asked me a question. We can use the terms here. I have no shame. I'm not a human man.
You look like Sally Fields in The Flying Nun right now, if I'm being honest.
I don't understand what movies are. I don't know what television is either. And I was never an American Psycho.
All
love
right.
doing that,
Speaking of
Christian. That's good.
psychos. Speaking of psychos, our final question is from Dana Michike. Dana wants to know, what is the nicest way to tell someone that it's over? Dana doesn't want to be a psycho. So, what is the nicest way to tell someone that it's over?
Point of clarification.
Yes.
What's over? Because, I mean, there's a different way to handle it. If it's just a party's over, then you just tell people, go home. If it's like a relationship.
Well, that
ending,
might
you
work
go-
for both situations.
Yeah, but if you're married and your home's your home, then you're going to tell them? Pack your shit and leave?
There you go.
Yeah.
I think the best way to do it, all right, make it real sweet, make it real nice, dozen roses, box of chocolates, but before you leave, shit in the coffee pot.
Mm.
I say you create a profile for them on Yelp, but they're a restaurant. And then you write a bad Yelp review on your husband restaurant on Yelp. Pack of shit.
What's the name of the restaurant?
Bad love.
Oh, I would go there.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
kill in San Francisco.
It's farm to table taqueria, you know?
I'd go if I weren't a bat who eats only Skitos.
Christian.
I have a confession to
Bell.
make. I have a confession.
What is your confession?
I'm not actually a bat.
What? Yeah, it's Christian Bale.
Christian
Bale.
Bell?
I know. You're probably shocked.
It's been a
It
while
is.
since Montauk.
God damn, I feel like I'm on Inside the Actors Studio.
It's an honor to have you on the show.
You're welcome.
I thought you were Welsh.
You're welcome.
And that's the game.
Got her ass.
I think that was probably close enough.
that was.
I can do a lot of accents, but I would not put Welsh on that list. But maybe I will now.
The Enchantress family are nightmares.
But doesn't it feel good to be one?
It really does. I
Were you
could say
like-
shit in the coffee pot. No one questioned it.
You're like deep. It's like a deep power.
Haley, did you hear how rich the Enchantress came about?
What do you mean? Oh, you misspelled it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually how all enchantresses are born, by
Someone
typos.
misspelled.
Well,
Fairies get their name by stealing them from other people. Enchantresses get their names by typos.
yeah.
There's a lot of Duck the Enchantresses walking around.
Look, we now have 3 characters in the Enchantress verse. We've got Rick, we've got Rich, and then we've got Loretta the Uncanny.
Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot
Someone
the
should
name
make a
about Miss
graphic novel.
Uncanny.
Yeah. Someone's gonna have to go back and collaborate and like get all the lore down. Because I want to follow the rules.
We'll write the like showrunner's Bible for the Rick the Enchantress universe. Honestly, I think if improv technology were to like spin off into a serialized like web series or podcast, the Adventures of Rick the Enchantress would not be a horrible
It would not.
original IP to go with.
It would not. I love Rick.
Should we say you'll get an episode before the next newsletter? Or no?
Oh my god, I forgot about the newsletter.
That's true. Usually we release the newsletter around the time of the birthday, and it's getting very close to the birthday.
Well, someone should have mentioned it a little sooner.
Oh, so it's our fault.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put that blame on you guys for sure. It was International Women's Day a while ago, so
And a happy International Women's Day to you, Haley.
thank you very
And
much.
with your spirit.
And also with yours.
But speaking of the birthday, next week we celebrate our 3rd birthday. And we are going to do it in style. We are holding the inaugural Mix IT Crowd Pageant. Your favorite improv technology stars will get dressed up to the nines and have to go through a whole pageant course. They will present talents. They will have to answer pageant questions. They'll have to do some sort of a 3rd round that I haven't made up yet. And we will be joined by 3 hosts. 3 of the people that helped us keep this show going when the fair season was going on and Jonathan, Alex, and I could not. Now, I was going to ask Josh, but I just could not trust him to be impartial in the proceedings. He clearly would have favored Alexis.
They are
So,
back together again.
God, it's an on again, off again. I
I
can't
know.
keep
It's
up.
like the tension. Ugh.
It's worse than Days of Our Lives.
well, we will be very lucky because we will be joined by Evan Hoffman, Allison Petrillo, and Jared Haverdink as our special guest hosts for the birthday party.
Woo!
That's right.
I'll
And
start the bribery now.
Haley,
What?
who are they?
I can't tell you legally.
Okay.
We can email about it later.
What grade are they? What part of the pageant circuit are they on?
I think they do the toddlers and tiaras thing.
Is it a scholarship pageant?
Yes, I think
Okay.
they'll send us for a master's program if we win.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
right now that that's settled, to whet your palates for what is to come, I put together a little teaser trailer for you all. So enjoy.
Get wet.
And I just need you all to know that the picture that I used for Haley, in order to find like a glamorous picture of Haley Carlson,
Where's this going?
I had to comb through Josh Kahn's social media because Haley doesn't keep pictures of herself on social media.
I couldn't even tell which one was me.
It's the one on the left side.
Top or bottom? I couldn't tell which was me and which was Katie.
Oh, your top.
And what's the picture?
Who's
It's
the person that's
you-
got all the stuff around them?
That's Haley. No.
I know the one
like
doing
the
splits is
bob
Jonathan.
haircut is Katie. And then Haley is the one with like feathers and shit in her hair. It's a photo of you and Josh from when you were Moira Rose for Halloween.
Oh.
And I had to cut Josh out of the photo in order to find a
Out
nice
of the
photo of
photo.
you.
Why don't you go to Facebook?
That I did go to Facebook.
Oh, sorry. I'll post more for you.
The most recent photo on there is your headshot from
I do like the
2014.
idea though, and hear me out here. I'm not complaining. I'm just observing
Mhm.
that he combed through for a nice picture of you all. Alex and I delegated to ourselves as fair characters.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Alex doesn't have a whole lot of pictures of himself as Elizabeth Hardon on social media. And
Fair
most
enough.
of them are with other people.
And you were doing
And
the
then
splits.
You were doing the splits, and
That's-
I wanted that picture.
That's so cool.
Great, fair enough. Okay, I'll take it.
That's fair. That's fair.
It did add a nice dynamic flair to the
It
top.
really
The
did.
leaves
It was
laid out on there.
dynamic.
Mhm.
That was
So,
a very good trailer.
thank you. Thank you.
I love it.
I
With the
put it
gold,
together
it's
today.
expensive.
Uh,
It feels expansive.
Yeah.
It does. I feel expensive.
you know, this is my official CV to be considered as an editor for Actors Helping Actors.
You get us some more business, Jeff. The job is yours.
What are we gonna win?
I
Graduate school.
have our friend Brian Huff making a crown.
Is he 3D printing it?
He's 3D printing a
Does that
crown
mean maybe I
for
can't
us.
win because we're not there?
No. If you win, I will mail it to you.
I better
Haley,
start.
Haley, we need that
really
crown.
doubling
Haley,
down
we
on
need
this.
that
Wow,
crown.
I want that crown. I'm gonna have to.
Haley, we need. Haley,
None
we
of
need
the
that
clothes
crown.
I have are good enough.
Yeah, don't worry, Josh. I'm getting us that crown.
Okay, I'm just interesting, Jeff. Like, do we have any Jewish representation on the voting board for that? Are you voting? Are you voting that week? Or are you?
I am just hosting.
All right, so you're not voting. So I feel like, is there any Jews on the voting? Who's voting again?
Well, it's Allison Petrillo.
Okay.
It is Jared Haverdink,
Okay.
and it is blonde-haired, blue-eyed Evan Hoffman.
Oh yeah, the king of the Goyim.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Okay. Interesting.
You can't be in it, Josh. We
I'm
already
trying to
said.
get us this crown.
I know, but I don't want to win it by untoward means. I will win it with my wit and with my body.
Just the wit will do.
And my body.
I may have to run downstairs in 4 minutes.
My body lies over the ocean.
All right, we're going to move on to our next game. Our next game is for all three of you. It's called Flip the Script. This is going to be a nice, quick game where Jonathan is, well, all three of them are going to be acting out a scene. But Haley and Josh will be reading from play scripts. They're going to be following a certain character from a random page of their script. Jonathan will be the only person who is actually able to talk. So, to get you all started, your suggestion comes from Mary Carroll. Thank you, Mary. You are TikTok influencers. And whenever you're ready, take it away.
George H. Jones Company. Hello, hello.
Hi, guys.
There
Yeah,
lies our problem. There are indications that the man was literally crazed with fear.
Yeah, so we've had some comments in the comments section really telling us that things are heating up. So we wanted to jump on this quick live together.
5,000, 10,000, 15,000.
Be quiet, Cartwright.
Okay, let's get a little animosity. So let's de-escalate, okay?
What's
So
the
we want to
matter?
You're lovely.
We just want to clear things up. Okay, so I know there's been rumors between these two that things are not so great, but I'm here to say that they're still very much in love. Isn't that right?
Hot
quiet.
dog.
Be quiet.
Hot dog. Hot dog.
Be quiet.
Hot dog.
Be quiet.
Hot dog.
Also,
Be
some
quiet.
people did say that this was a relationship that had been sort of forced by the Disney Channel Corporation because of that one movie and publicity, but that is not true. That's
One thing at a time.
Yeah. This is real, actual love. I mean, clearly.
Why
So-
did you flinch, kid?
Good, because I want to marry you.
Oh, a proposal. I didn't know this was happening. I, for one, am shocked.
Want to make some changes.
He
Oh, a
lied to
prenup.
me. He offered marriage if I could get a divorce from my husband.
No, you're not married. You're definitely not married. That's no.
He lied to me.
No,
Aren't-
there's no.
Aren't you eating a potato?
There's no potatoes here.
Why not?
Watson, you've been in the house.
I don't want it.
Wow, Hollywood. Am I right? How quickly love comes and goes.
Is it mealy?
The potato, yes, it is.
He settled in
mealy.
Devonshire. He settled in Devonshire.
And we know Devonshire has the worst potatoes. But
Aren't
if you
you gonna
air
finish
fry
your
them
potato?
for 5 minutes,
Aren't you gonna finish your potato?
His face, you mean?
And that's the game.
It's actually there.
that is chaos.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's hard.
Normie's gotta
Nobody's
justify.
got a norm.
Normie's got a norm.
I've
I
always
could have
said that.
read this Nancy Drew book and given you lines such as, "There goes the mizzenmast.
Wow.
I'm all right. I'll stay and help." Oh, that would have been a good one.
That would have been a good
well,
one.
well.
Get below, Nancy.
All right.
Things are getting steamy in Nancy Drew.
Got to shorten more sail. This one is
Oh,
The
God.
Secret of the Wooden Lady.
Is that the new one?
The
What?
Nancy
No.
Drew?
Oh no,
This shit-
it's new Agatha Christie
Agatha
that you've been
Christie.
reading.
There's no Nancy Drew. There's no Nancy New.
There's no news.
Nancy New.
Drew.
It's a time for another game, or are we all
It
done?
is time for another game. We are going to finish things off with an interrogation. In this game,
Oh,
Haley
listen in.
is going to be. What was that?
I'm just being.
He's whining.
So Haley is going to be accused of a crime, but Haley doesn't know what crime Haley has committed, so
I did it.
Haley's going to go away. Now, Josh and Jonathan are going to be trying to get Haley to confess to this heinous crime. So here's what happened. Haley was clicking a pen.
Oh, misophonia nightmare.
That is the crime. Haley was clicking a pen at Chernobyl, of all places. Chernobyl.
She set off the explosion.
And she had an accomplice. One William Wonka. None other than Willy Wonka.
Well, sometimes you gotta wonk your willy, you know.
That's right. So she was clicking a pen at Chernobyl with Willy Wonka. That's the crime that she committed that you have to get Haley to confess to without telling her that that's what she did. Taboo rules. And all of those suggestions came from Dana Michike, Michael Russo, and Aileen Karens. Thank you, all three of you, for your suggestions. And thank you to everyone that suggested things in the suggestion post. Are you ready? I'm going to leave. Haley's going to come in. May the odds be ever in your favor.
I had to sing the whole time so I couldn't hear.
Sit down.
Sorry, I shouldn't have told you about my singing. That was too soon, too fast. I'm sorry.
That's who
Hey. What? Sorry, what did you say, sir? I'm sorry, you?
And who are we? Who are we?
Who
We don't
are
care about
we?
the singing.
Oh, that seems like a thing you'd tell me, but I guess I could guess.
Sit down.
Okay, sitting already.
Oh, you're a
I do
talker,
have
aren't you?
a
You're
meeting.
a talker, aren't you?
Sorry, I am talking. I'm a little nervous, so should I stop?
Oh, that's why you were doing it. I mean, listen, sitting around, click, 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 click.
I was clicking my pen, so that was.
Write it down.
I mean, that was so.
Write
I
it
wonder how I
down.
got that. How did I
Write
guess?
it down.
Okay, I don't have a pen, sir. You could. Thank you.
No,
No,
but-
you have to make it clear up. There we go. No,
Actually-
now I take the pen and you hide it, so it looks like I have it. Thank you.
You could actually.
Oh,
just
the
write it.
pen.
Here's
So-
the thing.
Yes, I was
clicking-
quick. What?
The clicking, that's a misdemeanor. It's where you did it. It's
Yeah.
where you
Where
did it. that's
you
the
did
problem.
it.
Sir, you're not being very helpful.
Where did you do it?
Is that a clue?
Listen, you don't know who we are. You don't know where you did it. What do you know? Do you know the
I'm-
Muffin Man? Probably not. So,
And it was not in the HBO series about the event. You weren't there.
No, I wasn't, and I do not know the Muffin Man.
yeah, you thought it was real cute. You and all your friends walking around in your little Russian hazmat suits.
Thought it was fun.
I don't
to
see
do
how
it.
that's related to the Muffin Man.
It's not. I was making a joke here. Can't cops have
Got it.
humor?
So yeah. So you know what? So what? So I went to Chernobyl.
There we go. What were you doing?
And
Oh,
I
so
clicked-
what? So you went to Chernobyl.
I was
Write it
You gotta check
down.
this for radiation now.
sorry. I need another pen.
God, what'd you think it was? Some kind of damn chocolate factory or something?
Yeah,
Jesus.
you
and
were
you went
doing
there.
it
You
with
went
a-
there
you
with
were
him.
doing it with
With
some
him.
friend.
Yeah.
And it wasn't everlasting, was it?
No, it wasn't. The friendship was short-lived because I'm in prison now and he's not. So whatever. But yeah.
Well, I am gobstuffed.
Well, thanks to your little Chernobyl incident, the schnozberries don't taste like schnozberries anymore.
You know what? I didn't realize. Willy Wonka didn't realize that going so near.
Write it down. Say it all again.
All right. So not to be that person, but I do have this tape recording. So could you just confess to us what you've done?
Confess to it.
I clicked my pen.
Louder.
I clicked my pen at Chernobyl with Willy Wonka, William Q. Wonka, and I would do it
Sometimes-
again.
Sometimes.
Great.
it's a
Thank
wonky
you.
word.
That's all we need. Lock up.
Yes, wonk that, Willie.
And that's the game. Well done. You were on it, Haley.
That was good.
Well, when I get clues like the actual action,
Yeah, good, real good clue dropping, everyone.
Hers was
My
hers was a
object work
sarcastic
is
compliment, but
unmatched.
Thank you, Jeff.
Applause. What
applause.
was that, Josh?
Thank you,
I
Matthew.
said my object work is unmatched. What can I say?
Mine too.
Mine also as well.
I do love that when Josh repeated what I said, you just point blank were like, "You're not helpful, sir."
Gotta speak truth to power.
You do. You do.
And I've always said that.
Man. Y'all want to finish things off with one more game?
I'd love to.
Yes.
All right.
Josh,
we're
can
gonna
you, or is the Indian food here?
I think I have to go grab it. Can I go grab it really fast?
Get out of
go
here.
grab Indian food. We'll do a couple rounds without you, then you'll come join us.
Is this a sex game?
It is. We are gonna play Sex with Me.
Play a love game. It's a love game.
So this is the game
Wow,
where
this
they
sounds
fill
good.
in sex with me is like blank. We fill in the blank with your suggestions, and then they explain why sex with them is like that thing.
Ready.
So we will start off with sex with me is like an active volcano.
Sex with me is like an active volcano. At the end, someone's gonna spew.
You can't. Sex with me is like an active volcano. You can plug the hole, but it's still gonna erupt.
Why are you plugging the hole?
Are you aware of how the sex works?
Sex with me is like a volcano. It only happens if I lava you.
Ooh,
That's a good one. Oh, this is so bad. I apologize. I'm so sorry, but I have to say it. Sex with me is like an active volcano. If you see red, run.
Oh, that's good.
That is good. That's good. Next one. Sex with me is like an MP3 player.
Sex with me is like an MP3 player. Super outdated.
Sex with me is like an MP3 player. Once people got iPhones, I was outdated.
Sex with me is like an MP3 player. Only one use.
Sex with me is like an MP3 player. My charge only lasts 20 minutes and your computer's going to get a virus.
Sex with me is like an MP3. I'm so compressed that no HD is going on. Audio mixing joke.
Sex with me is like an MP3 player. We've got to be really in Zune with each other.
Sex with me is like an MP3 player. All of my content is copyright protected.
Sex with me is like an MP3 player. I've got one hole and a bunch of buttons, and if you press them just right, I'll give you entertainment. Sex with me is like an MP3 player. Part of the experience is having the title separated by underscores.
Sex with me is like an MP3 player. Hit this clip.
The what?
All right.
What'd you say?
Sex with me is like an MP3 player. I lost it on the bus.
And that's the show. That's it right there. That's where we're going to end things. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight on Improv Technology. Thank you, Josh Kahn, for filling in last minute, coming in clutch to save the day so we can still do the show that we wanted to do for you tonight. And thank you, everyone who watched tonight and stayed and have supported us, and especially those of you who Venmo us. It's not that we love you more; it's just that we know you love us more. So that is appreciated. Anyone have anything that they want to plug or talk about before we bid everyone adieu?
Come see the murder mystery because I'm really pretty in a red wig.
All right.
Wow, you guys have exciting lives.
I do.
Oh, wow.
Aren't you doing a musical improv show, Haley?
I am
Yes.
doing a musical improv show, and there is a stream, and I was deciding if I wanted to share that information or not.
Oh, I'm sorry for blowing your cover.
No, I should. I should. I'll post on the Facebook page about it.
Heck yeah.
Great. The end.
Josh, anything coming up that we need to tune
I'm
into?
in a national commercial, but I can't tell you what it's for, baby.
Great.
Hell yeah.
But you'll know him if you see him.
Yeah. I
Because
did
his
a radio
balls
show
will
the
be
other
out.
day. That's
The IT crowd.